All right, I think it's time to get started. So let's start in a comfortable seat. See if you can lift your heart and draw your shoulders down. And then really tune in, feel the connection that you have with the surface beneath you. Imagine you're on the earth, because we are. We all are. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, just let those eyelids softly flutter closed. And start to get curious about the space in which you are practicing here today. Notice things about the space, like the temperature of the air. Notice any sounds that you hear. If your eyes are closed, perhaps you notice light filtering in through your eyelids. Just pay attention to that for a moment. And then, as we always do, let's take our attention to our physical body. Notice any sensations that you might notice. Notice how the breath is moving in just naturally, moving in and then moving out of the body. And then we'll bring our awareness a little more deeply to the breath as we invite a deeper expression of the breath. And there is the option to place your hands on your belly, or one hand to heart, one hand to belly, so you can fully appreciate this movement of the breath. And then when you're ready, invite a deeper breath in through the nostrils, pausing at the top of the inhale just for a brief moment, and then exhaling through the nostrils again, allowing the belly to sink back in toward the spine. And beginning again whenever you're ready, minding the gap between the breaths, the in-breath and the out-breath. Just noticing what comes up for you as you breathe a little more deeply. Maybe you settle into your seat a little more. If your thoughts drift away to planning mode, just bring them back to the breath. These deeper breaths that take us into the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest, so good for us. Preparing us for practice, preparing us to stay in the moment with each breath, each movement, each shape that we make with our bodies. Noticing our response, our physical, mental, emotional response to each one, and adjusting where we need to. You know your body, and we're not together, so let's be safe. Let's take 2 more breaths together. Deep inhalation, long exhalation. And again. And when you're ready, if your hands are at heart or belly or both, just let your hands rest in your lap. And take a moment to notice the effects of that short centering practice. Notice how your breath feels now, if there's any difference. Notice any sensations and notice the mind. And when you're ready, Begin to flutter your eyelids open. We'll take the arms up, reach up for all the goodness. And exhale your hands down to heart center. And think of something you would like to be your intention for this practice. Maybe it's something physical, maybe it's calm, a calm spirit. Whatever that is today, just call it to mind, and then we'll breathe in, reaching up again, perhaps looking up this time, and exhale, seal it in with hands to heart, chin to chest. One more time, inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, hands to heart center, chin to chest. And then maybe you're ready to switch the cross of the legs. Again, sit up tall. We'll inhale, reach up. And exhale, take the left arm forward, the right arm back, and take a gentle twist, starting from this left rib cage and gazing over the right shoulder. And we'll move a little more with the breath. Inhaling, reaching up, looking up, and exhaling, twisting over the left shoulder. Again, moving with the breath from right to left, finding that twist from the waist. Finding your rhythm, right? Moving to the beat of your drum, your drummer. And then coming back to center, reaching up, letting those fingertips reach way up, framing the ears, but then drawing the shoulders down, away from them. And we'll take a side bend over to your left, my right. Take a nice big breath. Maybe you gaze underneath the left arm. See what you see. And then inhale, reach up again, get long in the side body. And exhale to the other side. Same thing, let's just go side to side, moving with your breath. Inhaling, we lengthen, and exhaling, we take that side bend. Good, keeping the hips grounded on the earth. Just warming up the body, finding that movement to breath that brings union to body and mind and spirit. On this next one, take a gander up towards your ceiling, your sky, because we're all under the sky, right? And then take hands to heart. And then release your hands maybe to the fronts of the knees. Let's take some gentle hip circles, moving in whatever direction feels most intuitive to you, trusting that it's right, because it is. And then switching directions whenever you also feel that impulse, because you know your body best. And maybe you get a little funky and switch things around a little bit. Shimmy the shoulders and move in a figure 8 kind of way. All right, release your feet from their bondage. Take your hands and just give your ankles a nice little pat. And then take your hands back behind, lift the hips up high. Take a reverse table, maybe you look up, and then lower down again. And we'll meet together in tabletop. Placing your blanket under your knees, as we always do, smooth out the wrinkles. I'm going to keep my phone handy in case it switches again. And then hands under shoulders. Give your hips a little Sophie shake. Let's move through some cat-cows, lifting the gaze, lifting the tailbone, taking a big breath in as you press the mat away. And then rounding into your Halloween cat shape. Moving the spine forward and back. We've already twisted, we've already moved side to side. Now we complete the prescribed yogic movements, the 6 ways we move our spine in yoga by moving forward and back. Move with the breath. Slow down. I'm moving a little too fast, I think. Good. When that feels complete for you, maybe another little Sophie shake, and then a tuck of the toes. Keep the right hand planted. Let's sweep the left arm up and see if we can follow it as far as we can with our gaze. And then exhale, slide that left hand under the right. We'll thread the needle, bringing the left temple down toward the mat. Next time you inhale, reach that right arm way up to the sky, and exhale, lower the hand down to the mat. Inhale, reach the left arm up, and exhale, lower down. Find tabletop again, maybe a Sophie shake. Inhale, right arm lifts. Follow it with the gaze. Exhale, thread it on through. Take the right temple down to the mat. Keep the hips as square as you can. Inhale, left arm lifts. And exhale, left hand comes down. Inhaling, right arm. And exhale, lower it down. Another time, little Sophie, shake it out. And then we'll take the left leg back and press the toes toward the floor. Maybe you lift it up a little bit higher so you can feel the glutes get activated. And then reach the right arm forward, and let's balance here in this low balance pose, bird dog. And gaze is somewhere forward on the floor, probably to keep the neck safe. Embrace the wobble. You've got it. One more breath here. And then exhale, right hand lowers, left knee lowers, Sophie shake it out. We'll take it to the other side. Reach and extend arm and leg. Left toe can stay tucked. Maybe you lift the right leg a little higher. Maybe you flex the right toes toward the floor. Maybe you slow down your breath. Find that center. Let's take one more breath together. And exhale, lower the left hand, lower the right knee. Little Sophie, shake it out. And then bring the knees wide. Bring the big toes to touch. Let's let the hips come back to the heels. And extend the arms, extended child's pose. So the forehead, I think I'm going to reach for a block and place it under my forehead. Yeah, see how that feels if you have a block handy. Let's take 3 deep, long breaths here. And let the hips and the back stretch a little deeper with each exhale. So good. Soften the back of the neck, relax the forehead. Smile, why not? So good. When you're ready, we're going to slowly rise, coming back to our tabletop. Slide the block away if it's there, and place your hands a little bit further from where they were in your table, and then tuck the toes, lift the hips, find your first downward facing dog. So first nice stretch of those hamstrings. Take a walk of your dog. Take a walk of your dog. Take your dog for a walk. We had our grand dog here this week, and I have remnants of him all over my yoga pants. He must have been hanging out on my yoga mat. When you're ready, lift your hips a little higher. Send your heels a little closer to the floor and indulge yourself in a nice hamstring stretch. Let the head rest between the arms. Take a big breath here as you gaze back at the dog hairs on your yoga pants. When you're ready, look forward and begin to take a nice slow walk to the front of the mat. Let your feet land about hip width and have a nice generous bend in the knees. Let your head hang low if that works for you. Otherwise, come up slowly if you're feeling any lightheadedness or dizziness. If you're fine in this forward fold with head under heart, shake your head yes. Shake your head no. And then begin to root into the earth to rise on up. Finding our mountain pose, reaching majestically up for the sky, looking up. And then hands come to heart center. And we release, palms face forward. Draw the shoulders back and down, and lift and spread all the toes, and then press each toe one at a time, starting with the pinky toe, into the mat, gripping the mat, feeling those muscles of the legs get engaged, the glutes, the abs. Find your drishti, your gazing point, somewhere right in front of you. You might want to locate it now so we can use it later. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Maybe your fingertips touch. And then bend your knees before we do anything. And exhale as you forward fold, coming into your forward fold again. Maybe this time you take a little of the bend out of your knees. Feel those hamstrings, because you asked for it. Inhale, root to rise. We'll reach up again. And exhale, hands to heart. Notice where the chin is in space. See if you can tuck the chin a little bit. I feel like mine was jutting forward. Maybe it was. Shoulders back and down, mountain pose. And notice here, pay attention to the knees. Notice. Are you locking out your knees in your mountain pose? See if you can give yourself a little bend in the knees, even when we're standing, so that we're not hyperextending. Let's start again. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, bend the knees and forward fold. Good. This time we'll inhale, come to our halfway lift. Lengthen out the spine. Gaze is on the floor, nice long neck, and exhale, refold. We'll root to rise one more time. This time we'll take the hands and clasp them and send the pointer fingers up toward the sky as we frame the ears and lean over to the right. Keeping both feet as equally, as balanced as you can, as you know what I'm talking about. Pressing into the earth. Good. Inhale back up to center and exhale to the other side. Finding that stretch in the right side body should feel good. If it doesn't, back off a little bit. Inhale back up. Maybe you want to gaze up. Notice your knees, if they're locked out, give yourself a little bend, and then perhaps you press the pelvis forward and lean back a little bit, little back bend. And when you're ready, this time, swan dive forward as you bend your knees. Come to your forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. And exhale, we'll fold again. And then step the left foot way back, as far back as you can. Right knee over right ankle. Find that long runner's lunge. Maybe you rock forward and back for a bit before you lower your knee. If your blanket's close by, feel free to lower your left knee to the blanket, lower the top of the left foot, and we'll come into Anjaneyasana, that nice stretch for the hip flexors. Yeah, so shine the heart. Have a nice shiny heart. gazing forward. Yeah, this is good. Nice big breath. And then bring your hands to frame your right foot. Let's stretch that right hamstring. So you might want to tuck your left toes, and then you might want to lift your right toes and then take the right heel and kind of slide it forward as best you can on the yoga mat. It's a sticky mat, so sometimes you have to kind of rock side to side to get that foot a little further. And then with a nice long spine, inhale, draw the belly into the spine, and then exhale, bow towards your right knee. And this is a great place. If you have your blocks handy, you can take a block in each hand. And if you really, really want to take it a little further, you can send that left leg longer, a little farther back. Right leg might want to come forward. And you can take your block and slide it under this right leg. You want to keep your hips square though. And enjoy this split. Stay where you were. Stay where you are if you're happy. Because I just want you to be happy, happy. Because you're happy. All right, what can we talk about here? Let's take another breath, and maybe we fold a little deeper. Take one more breath. And then we're going to make our way out of this. Moving your block aside if you used it. Come up on your left toes. Come back through your low lunge. Rock forward and take your left foot to meet your right. Come into your forward fold and reach your peace fingers around your big toes, why not? And draw your elbows out as you kind of draw your belly toward your upper thighs. And here's another opportunity to stretch those hamstrings as well as some other things. So maybe lengthen out your legs a little bit, keeping a bend of sorts. You want the stretch to work for you. And take one more big breath in and a long breath out. And then we'll release our grip and slowly rise up, keeping the chin in the chest. Let's come up one vertebra at a time, stacking each vertebrae. And then draw the hands up, find your fingertips, and then clasp your hands again. Maybe the opposite thumb is on top this time as you make that little teepee. Let's lean to the left. Take a big breath in, feel the stretch in the right side body. I hope you feel it. Keep that right foot planted. And exhale, come back to center. Good. Let's inhale over to the other side. Feel the stretch on the left side body. And then exhale, come back to center. Good. We'll take that back bend. Maybe we lean back a little more. Maybe we don't. Keep that bend in the front, in the knees. And then a little more of a generous bend as you forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Hopefully your blanket's still there. You can step your right foot back. Let's come into that low lunge on the other side. Really long, low lunge. Rock forward and back. Feel the stretch. It should feel good. If it doesn't feel good now, it'll feel good later. There you go. We're going to lower our right knee to the ground. Come into Anjani Asana. Might want to keep a tuck of the right foot. You can lean forward slightly. Feel the hip flexor on the right side. Good, nice big breath. See if you can stay for one more round. I know you can. And then when you're ready, we're going to slide that left heel forward. Come into our hamstring on the left side. How good. And then we'll use our strap later. Our hamstrings are going to be so juicy. Okay, so stay here if you like. You can bow towards your left knee, or you can reach for your block. Tuck your right toes under and come into your splitish. I've never been able to do a complete split, but this is the best I can do. You can tuck your block underneath that left leg. Keep your left toes flexed. And maybe you want to bow. You know, some of us just will never bow, and that's okay. Oh, such a good hamstring stretch. Take one more breath in and a long breath out. You gotta stay for a bit. One more breath. Another breath out. And then tuck the right toes if you're in your splitish. Slide that left foot back, come up into your long runner's lunge. Fingertips to the floor, and then step your right foot to meet your left. And we'll hang with a little bend in the knees. Lift your toes off the floor one at a time. See if you can place your hands underneath your feet so that your toes can give your wrists a little massage. Yeah, and then maybe you bring the legs a little more straightish. One more opportunity for hamstring stretchy. So good. Let's take another round of breath. Ooh, release tension where you feel tension. Maybe the lower back's calling your name. Send the breath to the lower back. Really extend the exhale. And when you're ready, release your hands. Take your blanket, move it aside while you're bowing, and then use the strength of your legs to rise up, reach up, and slowly draw the hands to heart center. And release hands, mountain pose. Good. All right. Right foot comes forward. Left foot takes a generous step back and place it at an angle. Right knee over right ankle. Warrior two. So extend the arms out. Enjoy this warrior two. And pay particular attention to that left foot. So sometimes the right side of the left foot, when it's in the back position of warrior two, will do a little more of the work. See if you can press the left side of the left foot into the mat equally. Spread the love. Spread the love. Good. All right, and the other thing that happens sometimes in warrior two is our knee, the front knee, tends to stray over to the left. So kind of keep it moving toward the right pinky toe. Yeah. When you're ready, right palm faces the ceiling, and we reach it up for reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. You can take a half bind, reaching your left arm around the lower back, stretches in the right side body again. Hamstrings get a little break, but not for long. When you're ready, take your right leg and straighten it out. We're going to reach the right hand down, the left arm reaches up, and we come into our triangle. No big deal. The gaze can be up or the gaze can be down, wherever you feel steady. Keep both feet grounded, even as you reach for the sky. One more big breath in, and then we're going to take a reverse triangle. So keeping the legs the same way, reach the right arm up and back. And then let it go. Hands to hips, bring the feet wide. Toes can be forward, wide on your mat. And then we'll bend into the right knee. Take the left hand to the center of the mat and sweep the right arm up for a side twist. Good. If it would feel good to straighten out a little bit that right knee, go ahead. So you might feel this in your left hamstring. Let's switch sides, bringing the right hand down to the center. A little bend in the left knee here to start. And reach the left arm up for a side twist, a little twist. Notice what you see over the shoulder. Looks like a nice breezy day out there. When you're ready, both hands come down. You can straighten out the legs a little bit more, lift and lengthen, and then bow if you want to bow. Bowing is optional, right? In this country anyway. When you're ready, inhale, come up to your fingertips, and then we're going to walk our hands over to the other side, walk our feet over toward the other side. Spin the back foot so it's flat. We'll come into our warrior two on this side. It's like magic. Extend those fingertips out from the shoulders, draw the shoulders down, gaze is over the left fingertips. Yeah, notice what you see over here, a whole different perspective. Good. Ground into the right side of the right foot and see if that left knee is tracking a little bit toward the right. Send it over toward the left pinky toe. Really find your stable warrior here. Warrior two, calm and present and grounded, taking up space. Crown of the head reaching toward the heavens. Such a majestic pose. Take a nice big breath and we'll reverse this, coming into peaceful warrior. Gaze can be up or down or back. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into triangle. Left arm down, right arm up. Left leg straight-ish. Always mindful of the knees, right? Gaze can be up or down. Notice how this feels in your body. I love this pose. Some people don't, and that's okay. When you're ready, we'll reverse, so the legs stay the same. Left arm lifts up, reach back, find that stretch in the left side body this time. Good. Awesome. And we'll come back to center. Take your feet are still wide. Take your toes, point them forward, and then bring the heels in, and the toes in, and the heels, and the toes, and the heels, until you're about hip width, right in the center of your mat, or just face me. Bring your weight into your left leg. See what happens if you lift your right knee up. And this may be wobble asana for you. And you may want to use your wall to come into half standing mountain. You can use a chair. If you fall out, come back. I shouldn't say fall. If you need to come out, just come back, come in and out. We're playing with our balance here. And balance, it's not a game. It's serious business, right? We need to work on our balance. Okay, stay here or lower your leg if you're ready. If you want to come into a quad stretch, reach for that ankle. Draw your knees closer in. Maybe the left arm lifts as the right arm draws the heel toward the glute. Yeah. We have to stretch. Since we're spending so much time on our hamstrings, we need to stretch our quads, don't we? When you're ready, lower your right foot to the ground. Take a little hip circle maybe. Circle out that ankle, both ankles. And then we'll make sure your feet are about hip width. Look down, check out your knees, make sure they're not locked, and bring your weight into your right foot. Come into your version of half standing mountain. Maybe it's a wobble fest, maybe this side is different. That's usually the way it goes, for me anyway. One side is a little more accessible. Good. Enjoy this. Smile. Breathe. And then if you want to take it a little further, reach for your ankle on this left side. Find your quad stretch. It's good. It's all good. Let's take one more deep breath in. You're so calm. You're so tranquil. I'm so proud of you. Don't forget to breathe out. And then release that foot to the floor. We're going to come down to our mats. And if you know for a daggone fact that you do not want to come down through squat, just come down however it's easiest for you. But if you want to come in through a squat, we'll give our hips a little something something. Bring your those muscles in your arms, those triceps to the inner thighs. Press your thighs into your triceps into your thighs, and sink your hips down. Hey, another fun thing to do is to take your block right under your tailbone and use it. And then you can squat for hours. Nice work. When you're ready, remove your block if it's there. Come to seated. We'll bring our feet together in Baddha Konasana. We'll stretch a different part of the legs. Another opportunity to use your props so that you feel like you're grounded. Sit up nice and tall. Draw your feet in a little closer if you like. And then we'll bow, only if you want to. Chin to chest. Come forward with a nice long spine. Close your eyes, and we'll take 5 breaths here. And just soften. Relaxing the lower back with each exhale. Relaxing the shoulders. One more nice deep breath. And then slowly rise up, and guess what? Time to come to our backs. Let's come down with our blocks close by, so they're never far off. Lower all the way down. Give yourself a full body stretch. Arms overhead, toes point, all the things. And then gather your knees into your chest, take some circles, massage your sacrum. Go the other direction. So good. And when you're ready, place your feet on the floor as close to your hips as you can, and about hip width. We're going to place our palms on the floor and snuggle the shoulders as much as you can underneath you. And take 3 dynamic bridge poses, lifting up, stretching the fronts of the legs again, those quads, lifting up to your bridge, and then waiting for the long exhale to lower down. Just move with your breath, and on this third go around, we'll hang for a bit. So once you lift up, maybe you want to clasp your hands, or maybe you want to reach for your block and place it either on the lower or the middle level and come into a supported bridge. A little bit of a back bend, but supported. So it should feel good. And then if you'd like a little more stretch on the front muscles of the body, you can extend your legs long. Not good for everyone, so keep your knees bent if that's better for you now. And then we'll take a few more rounds of breath here, so close your eyes here. Enjoy. So good. Whenever that feels complete, lift your hips up a little bit, slide the block out from under you if it's there, and lower all the way down. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your knees to touch. Let's bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly, and take a breath here. Good. When you're ready, we're going to take the knees, both knees over toward the right in this wide twist. And we'll take our gaze over to the left. The arms can come out to a T. If your knees happen to land on the block over there on one side, so be it. And then we'll switch sides. Maybe the block felt good, so maybe I'm going to switch. Yeah. And take your gaze to the opposite side. Enjoy the twist. Good. When you're ready, come back to center. Take those blocks out of the way. Bring your strap into your hands. And let's take it. Make sure it comes on the meaty part of that left foot. So the ball of the left foot. Take your strap in both hands. Flex that heel up toward the sky. And your right knee, you might want it to stay bent, or you can release. Get a little more stretch on the hip flexor if you release that leg long. You do you, y'all. Let's just really get into this left hamstring though. How good is this? So good. Maybe you close your eyes here. Notice if your left quad or your left hamstring is shaking a little bit. Notice if your shoulders are not as relaxed as you'd like them to be. Take a breath. And tell your body it's okay. It's all good. Stretching can be hard. Teaching our muscles that it's okay to relax in a new position is a life's work, right? Let's take one more big breath, and then our strap will go into our right hand, so both sides of the strap. Take the left arm out toward the left. And then see what happens if you bring your left leg across the body. And you might not go too far until you feel it. Your leg might extend all the way to the floor. No rights, no wrongs, just yoga. Everything reminds me of a poem Rumi has that poem, "Out beyond the ideas of right and wrong is a field. I'll meet you there." When you're ready, bring your leg out of the field, bring your strap into your left hand, take your leg over to the left, but keep the hips as grounded as you can. And maybe you want your gaze to come over toward the right shoulder. For added interest, flex the left heel. Check that out. For a little more, flex the right heel. No matter what, breathe. Good. When you're ready, draw the leg back up to center. Take the strap in both hands again. We're going to gently bend into the knee and see if the left knee will come a little bit more toward the left shoulder. Keep flexing that foot. Good. And then with that strap a little closer to the body. Oh, it did it again. Sorry, I'm going to switch my camera. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Release your leg long. Take a moment here and notice what you notice. So the left leg might feel quite different from the right. Let's give the right leg some love. Take the strap across the meaty part of the right leg. Strap goes in both hands. Press the heel toward the ceiling or the sky, whichever you prefer. I'm looking up at the sky. It's awesome. It's a pretty sky. Really pretty today. Take a nice breath in. Relax the shoulders as much as you can. Kind of relax the grip as much as you can. Tune in to the hamstring channel. All hamstrings all the time here. Take another breath in and another breath out. And when you're ready, take your left hand to the strap. We'll cross that leg over across the left leg. Figure out where you're going to land and take your gaze over the right shoulder. Keep pressing through the right heel. Good, nice big breath. Soften the right hip. Smile again. And wait for the next exhale, and we'll draw the leg back up. Take the strap in the other hand. Reach the left arm out. Take that leg out to the side and the gaze in the opposite direction. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. On the next inhalation, bring your leg back up to center. Take the strap in both hands once again and bend into the knee. Draw the right knee to the right shoulder. Super good. When you're ready, release your strap. Send your right leg long. Allow your legs to just be heavy on the floor. Allow your toes to open out to the sides. Take up space on your mat. You might want your palms facing upward. A little gesture of receptivity. You might want to snuggle the shoulders a little more beneath you. And you'll surely want to close your eyes. Swallow in your throat to soften that throat chakra. And release tension in the brow and the jaw. And slowly Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And take rest. When you're ready, begin to deepen your breath. Bring small movements to fingers and toes. You can keep your eyes closed. When you're ready, roll to one side. You might pause here, honoring this transition space. And then however you are able, come up to a comfortable seat, perhaps using the strength of your arms. And then once you arrive, come back to where we started with the eyes closed, the hands in the lap. And just notice. Notice the effects of your practice on your body, on your mind, on your spirit. Give yourself a pat on the back for showing up for yourself. And when you're ready, take your arms out wide, reach up for all the goodness. Let your palms find one another, then draw them down to your heart center. Let your chin bow. Bow to yourself, come on. Bow to your own sweetheart. Take a nice breath in to seal it, and a nice sigh out the mouth to let go of any residual stress or tension that may still be lingering. Let it go. Thank you all for practicing today. Thank you for the suggestion to stretch the hamstrings. I hope you feel sufficiently stretched. Namaste. Namaste. Oh, I get to see the hearts today. I never get to see the hearts. Yay. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Mary.
Thanks, Connie.
Thanks, guys.